We're gonna help Surrey, but then we don't pick up the box, so what's gonna happen? The box was at Moko's feet. So it's up to the person who finds her after us. That... Wait, what did I say? Also the next person that finds Moko after us to actually take the box. Does that mean they're gonna get killed? I don't know. We're gonna have to help Surrey. Where is he though? Didn't say where he was in that announcement just now. I hope he's okay. The war room, I guess? Ah. Very interesting. He still dies. Interesting. This time we actually see. This is not a CG we saw last time. So except the CG, everything is the same. Nozomi's not here. No, wait, that's not quite right. The box was on the floor back then, not on the table. So why is it on the table now? Please say, oh my god. The memory's kind of fuzzy. I guess I was in a hurry at the time. Ima.
そこのテーブルの上には箱がある。月の模様があるから幸いの箱かもしれないけど、いずれにせよ、それっぽい箱には見えると思うわ。ということは。切れ口の救出。
Oh my god, this dumbass. With that another word, I grabbed the box and ran off. Oh my god, it ran off toward Ima's room. Who put it there in the first place? But he's gonna open it, isn't he? That's a box of blessings. It's not a box of calamity. So it's safe. But the problem is, it tried to kill us. In our room, the doll. Found the box of calamity. Really? Let me see. Let me see it. Oh, Nozomi. I could hear Nozomi whimpering from the inside of the bathroom. Nozomi, you're not hurt, are you? Oh my god, bro, chill out. So that's it. Once I destroy this, everything will go back to normal. My dear sister will finally come back to us. Right, give it to me. Not until you release Nozomi. Fine, I have no further use for her anyway. Ima slipped back into the bathroom, untied Nozomi's bonds and let her go. Once she was a safe distance away from him, I handed over the box. Yeah. Be weird, because bro's gonna stab you right now. Ima, be careful with that thing. Whoever opens the box of calamity gets cursed, you know. As if I care about that now. If I kill the wraith inside, I can save my dear sister. That's the only thing that matters to me. I can't say I expected him to react any differently. Ima wrenched the box open, and a moment later, something fell out of it. And as for what that something was exactly... this doll is bloodied. Oh. Mr. Wraith, now I have to kill you. Leave him alone? What? Takumi, you have to stop him. Better do something. Stop shaking, man. No, that's a box of blessings.
ますよ。そうやって隅野先輩は自分の邪魔ばっかりして、自分と妹ちゃんの邪魔をするなら殺されたって文句はないっすよね。
Ima wasn't kidding around. There was murder in his eyes. But just as he lunged at me, there was a loud thwack. Ima reeled, staggered, and fell unceremoniously back through the bathroom door. Good grief. Can't you handle anything on your own? Yoruko, you came to help me? Yoruko ignored me and went to check on Ima. He's unconscious. I think I might have hit him a little too hard. Let's put him in one of the cages in the courtyard before he wakes up. I'm curious though, why did you jump in to protect that doll? Why? Well... The doll? No, when he opened the box, there was a baby inside. What? That's why I wanted you to stop him from hurting it, Takumi. A baby? It doesn't make sense, does it? There's no way a real baby could have been in there. But at the time, I was so sure. That's what I saw. You feeling alright? You've been confined against her will for the last 10 days. That kind of stress can make the mind play tricks. Nozomi, are you feeling sick or injured somewhere? I think I'm okay. Walk you back to your room. Takumi, you're in charge of Ima. I took away Ima's knife, carried him to the animal pens and shut him up inside one. What am I supposed to do with this doll? Why was it bloody in the This thing sure is creepy. I didn't really want it in my room, so I ended up bringing it to the garage. Still though, what even is this thing? Is it gonna get Tsubasa? I don't know, bro. Yeah, box with a moon design, but why was it bloody? Eva was said. If what Eva was... Oh my god, if Eva said was true, that means it was a box of blessings. But what does that mean? There you are, Takumi. Nozomi's back in her room and all settled in. She's been through a lot these past 10 days. She'll probably have to stay in bed and recover for a while. But also let the others know about what happened. Thanks, Yoruko. I know I may be stating the obvious, but they're all really cut up about Moko's death. Some of them are afraid too. They think there may be more victims. You're right. What do you plan to do now? We need to find out who attacked Moko and Yugamu. First, Moko deserves a proper burial. That's the least we can do for her. Oh my god, I suppose you're right. You were the one that dug it up, huh? But I couldn't bring myself to leave. When night fell, I was still in the same spot. I kept thinking about all the things I wanted to say to Moko, things I wanted to thank her for, apologize for, and how now, I'd never get the chance. Oh, I really hope this one doesn't go all the way to the 100. I just keep waking up earlier and earlier. So that's her consciousness. Conscience. Conscience? Oh my god, bro. Hey Eva, seems like I'm getting used to seeing you there. Should go back to sleep. I got lots to do later on today. But that's Moko again. Oh, so the ghost isn't Eva? Or maybe, if Eva became a ghost, everyone else did too? Everyone else who died because of the choices I made? Stop it, go away. The library, again. Can I? No. Please? No. Please? No. Please? No. Pretty please? No. This time? No. But then why does it always choke us in the library? What is the book? It's Eva. So far it's the same, right? Most of the... Wait, we're back to our room? Good morning, Takumi. You look terrible. Where's everyone else? Some of them have been and gone already. Some are still sleeping. They probably all feel just as bad. And you're that worried about them that you're staying here to check on them when they do show up? I'll thank you not to make unfounded allegations. Sorry. By the way, you're going to look into Moko's death some more, right? Let me help. I decline. The way you are now, you'd only slow me down. Oh, come on, why? Do you really not get it? I'm only interested in the truth. I want to find out what really happened to our friends. I don't have time to waste on ridiculous theories about ghosts and wraith. And you think I'd distract you with stuff like that? Honestly, yes. You look like you'd bring it up in a heartbeat. You need to rest, Takumi. Let me handle the investigation. I expect to see you looking a little more human the next time we meet. Right. But that means this time he doesn't have the marks? So you came to help me out instead. Yeah, I guess. No, maybe... Trying to gather my thoughts time and time again to try and explain like the ghost, how it works, etc, but I cannot get an answer. I cannot. So I think we're just gonna forget about theories, my thoughts, or any of that. We're just gonna go straight into the story and just not ask any question. Ooh, I'm going to the garage. Be careful, girl. Oh, I thought I'd take a closer look at Surei Nigo's remains. I'm pretty sure they're beyond repair at this point, but I figure they might have some rare components in them that could come in handy. No. Memory cards. They're storage. What can I say? I need something to distract me so I don't start dwelling on everything that's happened. And tinkering with machines is the perfect way to do that. Yeah, I get it. You know, you're not looking too good. Get some rest, okay? Don't push yourself. See ya. Hiruko won't let me help with the investigation, so I guess I'll just hang out with someone else today. Free time. Wow, it's been a long time. Cafeteria, hallway. Can we see Ima in the cage? Is he awake? ... What? The roomie got all excited the other day when looking at this cage. She's the last person we should hand the key over to. Bro, the roomie died like 35 days ago at this point. Might as well take advantage of the free time.
普通の人だったわね。普通すぎるくらい普通で退屈な人たちだったわ。大した収入もないくせにお人よしで損ばかりしていたし。正直うんざり感じていた時期もあった。
You're such a hypocrite because you're the same as them. Although you... how can I say this? You might not do it the same way, but trust me, you are the same as them.
だからあの人たちに内緒でいろんな人生経験を積んだわ。いろんな顔を作っていろんな場所でいろんなことをしたわね。
Very interesting because at some point when no, I can't press start. Some point when chapter 7 was it? Yeah, chapter 7 when Brody Surei was distributing drugs to everyone. She was like, yeah, this doesn't have an effect on me, like a beer or alcohol, this or the other things, they don't have an effect on me.
あなたにとっては聞くだけでも刺激が強すぎるようなこともね。
What does that mean?
どれもこれも退屈だったわ。何もかも私にとっては普通にしか感じなかった。だから戦いと出会えたことには感謝もしているの。これが一番普通じゃないわ。ここで戦ってなかったら私はどうなっていたかしら。
Yeah, you're not
まる
normal,
で想
girl.
像がつかないけど、普通じゃない何かを求め続けながら両親のように普通に暮らしていたかもしれないわね。
I suggest going to the doctor, the therapy, to the psychiatrist. Because you're not normal, girl. You are most definitely not normal.
あ
Ima, I brought you some breakfast.
あ、も
Can't let you out of there, but I don't want you starving either. Should eat a little of something at least. Yeah, same thing as last time. Why are we still alive? What is the point of a world that no longer has my dear sister in it?
う、もう、も
Yeah, you think I don't know that? This was no good. I knew I'd only get more depressed if I thought about that stuff for too long. Decided to wander around the school for a while. Anything to keep myself busy and distracted. Oh. Interesting, he did not say the same thing. So Ima was the same, but Takumi wasn't. When's the next attack? Oh, Kurara. Hello, Takumi. On your way to the cafeteria? Yeah, I could use some breakfast. Hey, do you mind if I ask you something? It's been bothering me lately. Is Kako really dead?
は
Where's this coming from? I've got nothing to back this up, but isn't it possible that she just went missing and she's still out there somewhere? These last few days, I haven't been able to get that idea out of my head. Kako? Still alive? She up and disappeared one morning, and we haven't heard anything from her since. Up until now, I just assumed that was part of the curse. But it does seem strange. With all the other murders, they left the bodies behind.
もう、
If she is, then all we can do is hope she'll find her way back soon. I suppose so.
あなたたちはこの学園に来てから新校生たちと戦うよう
You're
に
gonna
なった
talk about
らし
that
い。
now?
実は私はもっと以前から東京団地で一人であいつらと戦っていたの。
Is this the truth?
新校生が東京団地を襲うことが時々あったのよ。私は騒ぎになると厄介だから顔を隠して戦っていたわ。適当に部屋にあったラバーマスクをかぶっていたから完全に正体不明のヴィラン扱いだったの。
Oh my god, bro. You have it? Right now? Show me.
それでも顔を隠すことで私も遠慮せずに笑顔で新校生を殺せたわ。ただ最近は近所の子供たちに戦っているのを見つかると声援を受けるようになってきたのよね。
Seems like there's a lot of details to her story, so it may be true, but what do you mean the neighbor kids, the neighborhood kid? Oh my god, the neighborhood kids began cheering you. That means they saw you. But that also means they saw the invaders.
まったくいい迷惑ね。私をヒーローなんかと勘違いしないでほしいんだけど。
As I was saying, you are different from your parents, and yet you're still very much the same. Hello, Takumi. On your way to the cafeteria? Yeah, I could use some breakfast. Wait, didn't we have the same conversation yesterday? I suppose we did. By the way, do you mind if I ask you something? It's been bothering me lately. Huh? Do you really believe in ghosts? Another abrupt question, huh? At least it's different from yesterday's. Well, do you believe in them, Kurara? Me? No, absolutely not. I'm pretty sure yourself. I know that speck of dust you call a brain can only hold so much information at once, so allow me to remind you of something. The old Suzuki clan's wealth was mostly built on weapons manufacture. We make things that kill people. In doing that, we've continued to thrive, generation after generation, right up to today. If ghosts and grudges really did exist, they would have wiped out our family line a long time ago. See.
人は死んでも幽霊にはならないわ。人は死んだら数字になるの。死ぬっていうのは数字になるのを受け入れるってことよ。好きに分類やら整理をされる。数字に。
もう、
It kinda sounds like a cruel way to think about it. It might be just what you needed to not feel guilty anymore. Not at all. Not at all. Thinking about people after they're gone only brings you pain. But numbers, they're nice, clean, and easy to deal with. Takumi, when I die, make sure you treat me as just another statistic too. As you know, Suzuki, I've always known that's how it will end. I've made my peace with it. What's even more interesting is that this specific chapter has way more freedom than the others, and I don't know why. How do you explain like this chapter getting freedom and not the other? Oh, hold up. I found myself thinking about what Kurara had said that morning. When people die, they become statistics. Just then... Huh? What am I doing here? And why are you here too? Kako. Takumi, you didn't really mean that, did you? Kako, didn't mean what? All we can do is hope she'll find her way back soon. That's what you said. But that was a lie, wasn't it? You do think I'm dead. If I wasn't, there's no way I'd be appearing like this, is there? What are you talking about? Or do you just not want to admit it? That there's one more death on your hands. Oh, another person to add to the list of those who've died because of you. Is that what you're afraid of? No, I didn't. I mean, it wasn't. Don't lie to me. Gonna get choked again? Interesting. So again, someone found us. Yeah, again, if this is Takumi's conscience talking to him, then it wants him to accept things, right? And this time we can actually understand it. Yuruko, yes. Takumi, get a hold of yourself, Takumi. His voice. Wow! Wow! Interesting. Oh, I'm really happy actually that we got the answer of who the ghost was.
だから落ち着きなさい。首を絞めているのはあなたの手よ。首を絞めているのはあなた自身。誰もあなたを襲ってなんていないわ。
何を言って。
What was I doing? It's at night too. That's what I'd like to know. I saw you staggering around, so I followed you. And then I found you like this. It was Kako, the ghost. Calm down. There's no such thing as a ghost. Whatever. You're just letting your feelings of guilt lead you down a path of self-destruction. How do you know? No, that's not it. I really was attacked by the ghost. Just look at this. She had her hands around my neck just a moment ago. How else can you explain these marks? Very easily. We can do that very easily. You take your hands, your two hands, you wrap them around your neck, and you check if your hands go perfectly in line with the marks. I heard about an experiment that was held a long time ago. They started by showing the subject a red-hot metal rod. Then, while they were looking, they stitched it with a normal room temperature rod painted red. When they put that rod on the subject's skin, it left behind welts, as if it really had been burned. Was that to do with what's happening here. Those marks on your neck are the same. You created them yourself. If you believe something is real, scars can show up even when there's no actual physical stimulus. It's a well-established phenomenon. Like placebo plus plus? Placebo, no nocebo in this case. Now actually, placebo, but in like it's a bad effect. Anyways, this is the same, it's a Cebu effect. Just listen, Takumi. Forget about those marks for a moment. Try to recognize the fact that you're not thinking clearly. Take a minute to calm yourself down and breathe. If those marks are oh my god, psychosomatic, like I think they are, they'll disappear once you calm down and give them a little time. They will? Maybe you're right. There's been a lot going on lately. And I'm supposed to be the leader here and... well, I know. Go back to your room and get some sleep. Or I can make us some herbal tea and we can just sit quietly for a while. Yeah, I'd like that. No, you know, I'm still surprised at how nice you can be sometimes, Hiroko. Well, I've been through some things myself. Oh! Good night, Takumi. Yeah, see you in the morning. Bro, I L-tabbed. Man! Can't believe it. Bro died while I was L-tabbing. This is crazy. But then who killed him?
今朝見つけた時にはこうなってたわ。夕べのうちに誰かが今を襲ったんだと思う。
But it had been Takumi again this time. No, I don't think so. What's the deal with the damn frogs and Nozomi?
蘇生装置は亡くなってからもうだいぶ経っているので
I mean,
蘇生はできないかと。
bro was inside a cage. How would it have gotten inside?
なんで今が決まってんだろ。呪いだよ、呪い。
違うよ。新構成とかの仕業。
だって見てみろよ、檻の鍵をさ。鍵が閉まったまま中で今が死んでんだぞ。
That is true.
幽霊の仕業に決まってんだろ。確かにこっち
Who has the key?
抜け穴がない方の檻だ。ってことは
Bro, the tunnel. Has anyone ever inspected that tunnel? Investigated that tunnel? Alright everyone, let's take this slow. I know you think it was a ghost that did this, Gaku. That's not the only possible explanation. The culprit could have just opened the cage and locked it again when they left. But why would they go through the trouble of doing that? Confusion. You're asking why. How about we start with why they killed Ima? I knew someone was out to get us, but I never expected them to go after him. Damn it, I got sloppy. Why didn't you think they would attack Ima? Whoever's behind this probably wants to kill all of us one by one. Thinking about it logically, Ima should have been their lowest priority. Ima was locked up in a cage when he was killed. The culprit could have killed him at any time. There was no need for them to do it last night specifically. Takemaru's been patrolling, yes, early this time. That takes some real courage, especially when it might be a ghost we're dealing with. Ghost. I'll pound him does the same once I get a hold of him. If you'd asked, I would have helped you with that. I guess just shut up. Don't worry, Shoma. There's no way he would have let you help anyway. Why not? Whoever's responsible for this. Those are your words, were they not? It's unlikely at this point that the invaders are behind these murders. Which means it's either a ghost or one of us. You mean Takemaru wouldn't work with someone he thought could be the murderer? Not just Takemaru. You're all thinking the same thing, aren't you? What? Hey, are we suspecting each other now? It's a curse, man. It's Eva's grudge or whatever. Pinning down the real culprit is turning out to be a lot harder than we thought. We need to stay on guard so we don't become victims as well. Especially if the enemy is already among us. You've got your point. but putting it that way doesn't sit right with me. What good is any of that gonna do against a ghost? What's important right now is to have a pure, pious heart. I see. Good luck fighting off a murderer with that pious heart of yours. I wonder when Ima was killed exactly. He was still alive when I brought him his dinner. Sometime during the night then. That's all we can say for sure. That's enough. Everyone shut up. Somebody just died. We might not have known him very long, but he was our friend. Shouldn't we allow ourselves to grieve a little before we stop pointing fingers at each other? Or are you all that used to people dying that it doesn't faze you anymore? Yeah, what you're saying, but... Fine. Do what you want then. Urara, where are you going? To my room. I need some time to process this. And actually feel emotions for a while. And I'm clearly not going to be able to do that here. Here she goes. Should we go after her? I mean, the culprit is still out there somewhere. Considering the rest of us are all here, she's probably safer on her own. What about the... Oh my god, bro. Doesn't exist. And even if it does, would it make any difference whether someone was alone or in a group? So, what do we do now? There's only one thing we can do. I doubt we'll find anything, but we still have to search the courtyard for clues. We should also look around for any signs that anyone has infiltrated the school. Little too late if you ask me. You gotta start figuring out some preventative measures. And that's gonna be... Oh yeah. Didn't find anything that tells us what happened. And we dug a grave for Ima, next to the others. How many graves is that? Soon enough, it was full on dark. Everyone went back to their rooms. I did the same and took a moment to think about the last thing Ima said to me. Oh, why does he have to be like that? I'd given him a real answer to that question. Would things have turned out differently? Could I have prevented Kako from getting mixed up in these incidents in the first place? Could I have stopped all of this? Where did I go wrong? Bro, y'all are gonna start ringing the bell. I opened my eyes to find Hiruko standing over me. Hey, can you at least have knocked? I have something I need to tell you. But it's a long story, and a complicated one. Could you clear your schedule for tomorrow and listen to it then? Sure. Thank you. Good night. With that, Hiruko was gone. I drifted off to sleep. Hey girl, I realized that this is not your first time entering Takumi's room and not knocking. So I don't think you can really, you know, be angry at the fact that Takumi once entered your room without knocking. But then something interrupted my thoughts. Oh. Who, yeah, which is? Zenta? Zenta indeed. It's gonna be a problem actually. Because this time, we didn't tell Hiruko about wanting to absorb her Himonima. Or the next commander's Himonima. Meaning that, number one, Veshness might swoop in the kill. Alright, yeah, that's the same. Something strange happened to Zenta's body. Right, he said that he felt like she was about to destroy herself. It splintered all over and burst into tiny pieces, disappearing in a plume of smoke. That night, we all met in the cafeteria for dinner. Veshness didn't show up this time. That's something. Probably because Zenta self-destructed. There was no crypto globing for her to absorb after that. You guys heard what Zenta said, right? I mean, right at the end? Are we just acting sore on account of losing? I don't think so. If there's one time her curse should actually work, it should be now. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Yeah! Yeah, she's got it right. Yeah, of course. You actually want to stay? Absolutely not. Don't get me wrong. You can all stay in a group if you want, just so long as that group doesn't include me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Try to read the room here. Conversation was slowly moving toward everyone agreeing. I know, but I don't want to. You're being so selfish here. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Oh, and what are you going to do about it, Gaku? Me? Well, I decline your offer. I'm going back to my room, alone. Unless you think you can do anything to make me change my mind. That is, Go back off, Hiruko. You got no right to throw your weight around like this. Yeah, you tell her, Takemaru. And what are you going to do about it? I know you don't hit girls. That's foul. That is foul. Yeah, you got me there. Come on, man. You can try to force me to stay, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hiruko strode confidently toward the door, but right as she was almost there, she stopped. Then she turned to me. We'll talk tomorrow, Takumi. I want you fresh and well rested to hear what I have to tell you. It was obvious none of us could sway Hiruko from her decision. There wasn't much point in all but one of us staying in a group, so we went back to our rooms like usual. Hey, Hiruko, why'd you call me all the way out there? The box? You want to hear what I have to say, don't you? Yeah, but couldn't we have talked in the cafeteria or something? Everyone's already on edge. It's probably better that we stay inside the school. It's too late for us to stick together in one big group and watch each other's back at this point. You don't know that for sure. Haven't even tried it yet. I know what I'm talking about. If that were really an effective countermeasure, why didn't you suggest it before now? Don't bother. I know the reason why. It's because you're still afraid of this ridiculous curse. Somewhere in the back of your head, you believe that sticking together won't make any difference in the long run. Why didn't you suggest it then? Everyone knows you don't believe in the curse, so if it was your plan, they might have actually have gone along with it. That will become clear once you hear my story. Now, where should I begin? I suppose with Ima's death. What do you think killed him, Takumi? What killed him? Sorry, but I'm still leaning toward the curse. None of it makes sense otherwise. Think about it. There are other explanations for his cage still being locked besides ghosts. Like suicide? He must hardly been in a stable mental state lately. He's been getting worse and worse ever since Kaku disappeared. So it all got too much for him and he decided to end it all? No, he'd have needed a weapon, and you took the knife. And even if he had one, how could he have stabbed himself that many times? True. You're letting your fear cloud your judgment. You shouldn't need me to spell this out for you. But I thought the same thing at first. When I saw Ima's body, my first thought was suicide, even though it made no logical sense. Takumi, Ako is still alive. Hold up. That means we're talking about this, right? Or is it this? 33? I don't remember. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, man. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, because it skipped all the way. We're tying into this? Very, very interesting. And Kurara said something about this. At least, she is in this timeline. What do you mean by that?
Huh?
This timeline? I'm the one who made her disappear. Yeah, we saw that. Then, the night she went missing, that was really you I saw? Yes, that's right.
Huh?
And the weird shadow I saw after that. Oh, what? Hold on, I don't know what you're talking about now. Then, that one wasn't you? whatever it was, no, it wasn't me. Let's put that, no, let's not put that aside for a moment. Oh my god. Couldn't Takumi have said, yo, I saw someone in a suit. I chased after that guy, and then I was knocked out by someone behind me. And that someone behind me was wearing another suit. Which one was you? Got nothing to do with me, so it'll only confuse matters. Back to my original point. I'm the one who made Kako disappear. You're the reason Ima was driven crazy worrying about his sister? Yes, I won't make excuses. It's true. Why would you do that? I thought we were friends. I had my reasons. I'll explain everything. I'll start with the most important thing, which may also be the hardest for you to believe. Yeah? I am a time traveler. Although, if you want to get technical, it's more like a time loop than a time leap. Loop? Leap? You mean, you're like me? You can think of it that way if you want. I've lived through our time here several times before. How many times? But I don't retain all my memories from the previous loops. It's so interesting. Yes, tell me more. I just get fragments of it sometimes. Flashes of things that have happened without any real context. I've experienced a timeline a lot like this one before, up until day 23, when Nozomi was attacked. That's why you were here. In that one, you tried to tackle the attacker and got knocked out. Wow! This is so good! This is so exciting. So basically it's this one, yes. It's ending 33. She's talking about this one. Let me go back. Day 25, she said? 23. So 9B something. 9B1. You were in a coma right up until day 100. During that time, I had to fight on my own. And right at the end, I finally found out who it was behind it all. I found out who that person with the scythe who attacked Nozomi was. It was Kako. It was the weirdest thing. When I heard that, I wasn't surprised at all. It was almost like I knew that was where this was going. I even saw the whole thing in my head, as vivid and clear as if I'd been there. Thought you'd been acting strange lately, but I guess this explains it. You actually believe me. Are you sure you don't want to think about it some more? When the person with the scythe attacked, you brought me an infuser. Even at the time, I thought it was weird that you were that prepared. I don't think many people would hear us screaming and immediately go for their weapons. It all just lined up too perfectly. If he already knew what was going to happen, makes a lot more sense. It was a little careless of me, but it was that or let you end up in a coma again. That's also why you were against everyone staying in one big group? Yes, we tried it before in other loops. The results varied, but it never did any good. Everyone ended up dead all the same. I didn't want to see that happen again, so this is very interesting. She really is trapped in the time loop, because in ending 33, she died. She died and yet she came back. Or, is came back actually the right way to say it? At the very least, she got the memories from this timeline, which is very interesting. That is so good. One thing she didn't say here though is that there was another time looper, and it was Takumi. So could that second person, the one that knocked Takumi out, our Takumi, could it have been like the Takumi that time leapt? Who knows? Who knows at this point? But this is very, very, very interesting, and I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm excited for the future. Those are the facts. Kako is a murderer. That's why I got rid of her. You didn't kill her though, right? Even if she killed people in other timelines, this version of her hadn't done anything yet. Not the kind of person, I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone just because they grow up to be a murderer. So instead, I tried to take her out of the equation another way. But I'll tell you more about that later. I'm guessing she made her go through a time leap and sent her to another timeline, I think. Which one? Which one, I wonder? I think it's gonna be 9A. I think she was sent here, right? That would be very, 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 very interesting. Now, that means that other people can use the time leap. And that's very troublesome. Very, very troublesome. Why later? It'll be easier if I show you some evidence to go with that part of the story. For now, just focus on those two facts. Kako is alive, and I'm the one who made her leave. Do you understand what I'm saying? Kako isn't dead, and what happened to her wasn't your responsibility. All of that's my fault, and mine alone. Try to take that in, and stop looking so gloomy all the time. Wait, did you tell me all this just to make me feel better? Did you, baby girl? Did you? I'm not sure if I completely believe all this yet, but I definitely believe that you're a lot nicer than we give you credit for. Aww. Don't get the wrong idea. I couldn't stand to see our team leader not doing his job. That's all. What is her relationship with Takumi? I need to know. Do you fancy him, perhaps? Anyway, we're done for today. If you don't get your brain in gear after this, I might just have to whack it like an old TV to get it working again. Can I ask you one last thing? What is it? If you've been through all this before, then you know, right? You know what made Kako suddenly start attacking people with a scythe, of all things. I think it was probably because she opened that box we found at the shrine. Okay, so she doesn't know for sure. That's one thing to keep in mind, because she said probably. And then because she opened the box at the shrine. Okay, so she did leave on purpose the first time. Right? She found the box at the shrine because she listened to Eva's story. And that's when she changed. But then, why is Nozomi the killer this time? With that last remark, Hiruko walked away. The box. That's where it all led back to. What in the world was that thing? I was still thinking over what Hiruko had told me. He claimed to have experienced all this before in another timeline, or time loop. Under normal circumstances, it was the kind of story no one would believe. I had no reason to doubt her. After all, I was a time traveler myself, with 100 days' worth of memories from another timeline. If she were trying to deceive me, she'd probably have come with a more credible story. I'm more worried about how the box fits into all this. Someone else I need to talk to, too. Ferrara. Or, okay. I just came to see how your research is going. Not great, unfortunately. I've found plenty of interesting books, though. How about the invaders' history? Seems that they've sealed away a lot of things. Sealed away? I'm still a little hazy on the details, but I'll let you know once I know more. Interesting. Yes, please. Still nothing about the box. But you know what's really neat is that since we are like on the route of like on the route that will unlock 13A. We are like meant to learn more about the world, right? Or at least about Hiruko. If Fireboy can actually Like, get us information about the invaders' history. Oh, this is gonna be good. I am guessing that the route we are on now will lead us to ending 36, which is one of the necessary endings for 13A. We also... Is it actually 36? No, it's 32 and 4. Well, we're in the 30s, alright? I think it still applies. Morning again. Talked to me in Kako's voice before. Kako's not dead. That means you really are just a hallucination. But even if Kako's still alive... Wait, so how come the others actually saw her? Saw the ghost? Would it have been this ghost or Eva? But even if Kako's still alive, that doesn't change what happened to the others. It would only be natural for them to resent me for getting them killed. And you just dipped. I've got to do what I can for those of us that are still there. Here, maybe I'll go hang out with someone or something. Free time! Number 4, yeah.
私、将来は医者になりたいのよね。
Oh,
外科医になりたいわ。
no, I don't think you should.
私、ミスしない自信があるの。私の優秀さを普通に活かせる仕事って、それくらいしかないでしょ、別に、人助けやお金に興味はないわ。無理だと言われてる手術を成功させるのが楽しそうなだけ。
You know, you are kind of selfish. Not for money nor for people.
獣医師免許も持ってダブルライセンスになるつもりよ。ただ院内の組織とか面倒だからフリーがいいわね、あなたも治療困難な状態になったら会いに来なさい。自分の腕をあなたで試してみたいわ。
You're not Yugamu, girl.
普通に楽しみにしているわよ。
You're not Yugamu. But sure. I heard the scream. Gaku. What's happening? Takumi hear that just now? Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was, but I heard a scream. Please tell me it's not another attack. No. None of us were the ones who screamed, right? Who does that leave? Who's not here? Just Hiruko and... Somebody help! It's here! I saw it! Oh, it's just you. Alright, everyone. False alarm. Gaku again? I'm going back to bed. Hey, what's with that half-assed reaction? I need help! It's coming for me! It's like I don't even need to ask, but... What's coming for you? A ghost, of course. I was asleep just now, but then, out of nowhere, someone grabbed my leg? It was a touch... It was a touch as cold as death. An unrelenting grip filled with hate. Gotta be a ghost. The commander's curse is taking effect. Hiroko had the right idea. Even with Gaku screaming his head off, she never even left her room. I'm gonna let this slide since it was after the morning announcement. But don't go pulling this shit after dark, okay? How can you guys be so heartless? I was just attacked by a vengeful ghost. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you've been through a tough time. Like I said, I'm going back to bed. If you disturb me again, there will be consequences. All that screaming must have taken it out of you. Would you like me to get you some breakfast? No. There was a ghost. You're the last guy I'd want to haunt. Oh my god. You gotta help me, man! Honey, gotta help me, man! Look what's after me now, I could die. No. Help me find some salt? Hell nah. Gaku stuck to be like glue for the rest of the day. I'm concerned because Hiroko hasn't left her room. And I don't think that was a coincidence. But barely had time to take note of the morning announcement when a different sound filled the air. Oh. Hiroko has memories from other timelines. That's how she knows whether or not Veshness will appear in this battle. Hope she's right. Anyway, we'd better get started.
僕みたいな無課金キャラが言うのもなんです。
確かに戦い的には楽だ。
やっぱのてめえはいつまでそれを言ってんだよ。
ええ、ゼンタの呪いは効かなかったのよ。
That is
あ
true.
れ以来誰も犠牲になってないもの。
とにか
Yet.
くそうね。
Hey Hiroko, why do we have to go even farther away this time? You want to hear the rest of my story, don't you? Going to tell me more today, then? Yes. Be patient. We'll be there soon. Yeah, exactly. You said you were going to show me some evidence. Is that why we're here? Hiroko nodded. Follow me. This time she's accepting questions. What is this place? What's this machine? I call it the Parallel Leap Machine, or PLM for short. Parallel what? Don't ask me what that means, or why it's here, or who built it. I don't know any of that. All I know is the basics of what it does and how to operate it. Yeah, I only worked that out through trial and error. Oh, you've been doing that for a long time. It seems to be a device that allows travel between parallel universes. Parallel universes. You mentioned something similar before. They're like other worlds, alternate futures created by differing actions. This allows us to travel between worlds, to timelines where things played out differently. Like a time machine. No, not at all. It only moves you to another timeline, not to the past or the future. You just jump into another universe on the same day at the same time. When you said Kako wasn't dead, well, you took her out of the equation. You used this to send her to another universe, didn't you? Yes, but let her remain here. She would have killed everyone. But that's not necessarily good. Because in another timeline, we're gonna have a Kako that is absolutely crazy in our arms. On our ass, I guess. But I had no way to prove it, and explaining this to everyone would have been problematic. So I sent her away to somewhere she couldn't hurt us. I won't make excuses, but it had to be done. I don't really know if being sent to another universe is a bad thing or not. This was just Hiroko's way of neutralizing this threat, after all. Kako probably didn't like it, and Ima wouldn't have been able to happy either. But I wasn't about to condemn her for it. Assuming all of this is true, what kind of world did she end up in? I was in a hurry that day, so I just selected the timeline as far away from this one as possible. Well, at least it's one we haven't met yet, which is interesting. Here, let me check. Hiroko stepped up to the machine and started tinkering with the controls. Well, this is unfortunate. The PLM is broken. We can't use it anymore. Has this happened in the past? Somebody's interfered with the programming and wrecked it from the inside out. There's no way you can repair it like this. Who would do something like that? The machine logs its user sessions, but most of the details there have been erased too. It does tell us when it was used though. We can make some deductions based on that. The last time the machine was used was on day 36. Day 36? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me check something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we see? Yeah, we can. I was checking at first what day it was. Nozomi told us about the frog thing. And it was 32. It was 32. So I was like, eh. Sure, we'll go to 36 in my footage and see like if anything happens on 36. Do you see what happens? Do you see it? Day 36 is the day Eito disappears. Okay, so if we were to go with the hypothetical theory, with the theory that Eito used the machine on day 36 to go to another timeline. And it's very funny that Hako and Eito are both grayed out because they both took the machine, right? They went through a time leap. Now, I want you to focus real quick with me. If Eito actually used the machine, the PLM, this is Do you remember who was the first to bring out the parallel universes in Route Zero? Do you remember? It was Eito. In Route Zero, Eito at some point was on some bullshit. He was like, yo, I buy a girl back in the TRC. I think she may be Nozomi, or that Nozomi may be her from a parallel universe. Ooh, I think I'm onto something. Day 36. Day 36? That's the day Eito disappeared. Well, it seems that I didn't need to do research, but... Okay. I think he used the machine to escape to a parallel universe. He must have left some kind of delayed release virus in the system so we couldn't follow him. He went all the way to another world? Why would he want to do that? We'll never know. We've got no way of asking him or figuring out where he went. It's best to just forget about it. The real problem is how he got out of that cage that day. He couldn't have escaped on his own. So someone from the team must have let him out. Takumi, I know you're going through a lot, and I'll admit that I'm responsible for a lot of it. But I need you to think about this calmly and clearly. You have to forget about ghosts and concentrate on the very real threats we're facing. Yeah, I know. It's just what? Well, that's not good. Nothing. It's nothing. The ghostly woman has been watching us the whole time, but telling Hiruko wouldn't do me any good. Logically, I knew she was just a hallucination, but with her constantly hovering on the edge of my vision, it was easy to forget that sometimes. I wish the ghost was actually in our vision. That would make so much better. I wish we could see the ghost, like in the corner of the screen or something. I really don't think this is a good idea. Shut up, man. I'm going. Don't try to stop me. What the hell is happening? What's happening? What's all this noise? Takumi. Oh, hey Takumi. Why are you two fighting? I could hear you through the walls. Takimaru says he's going out researching the ruins on his own. What? Why'd you want to do that? Ain't it obvious? All this stuff about curses and crap keeps coming back to the box of, whatever it was. We keep going in circles because we still don't know what the deal is with that box. I'm gonna go find one so we figure out what it is and how it works. Then we can finally put this whole thing to bed. But... I'm going whether you like it or not. I mean, if you try and stop me, I won't go easy on you. Takumi, can't you do something? Okay, that's actually not a bad idea, Takamaru. But you shouldn't go there on your own. I'll come with you. Do what you want. Thank you, Takumi. Don't worry about it. Let the others know what we're doing, okay? Let's get going, Takamaru. Do you have any idea where we should start? Why is it just a dot and not just... question mark? Nah. I figure we'll go with our guts. Your instincts can lead you to stuff you wouldn't notice consciously sometimes. That's how this works, right? Well, kind of. Let's just do our best out there. Y'all find anything? Whoa. Damn! 4, 5. With Franklin? Oh my god, okay, bro. Chill. For the past few days, Takemaru and I have done little else but explore the ruins outside the school. We checked the inside of one... Whoa. We checked the inside of the one containing the doll 30, but hadn't found anything out of the ordinary. Oh my god. We decided to look for another one. We'd seen 2 so far, so it stood to reason that there might be more out there. Wait, I don't understand. You found another one? Or the one we found in the cafeteria? At least that's what we thought. But here we are, at the end of day 71, with nothing to show for it. Even Takemaru knew when to admit defeat. Reluctantly, we both trudged back to the school. Most of the invader attacks happened first thing in the morning, and this one was no exception. I mean, okay. That's kind of funny. Come on, man. Why you always gotta be the last one to show up? You are rather slow. Yeah, what are you, a turtle? More like a slug. Surely something to be... Oh, to be even later than me. Do you guys have to destroy my self-esteem right before the battle? Takumi, you should get going. Nozomi, that was kinda weird. Despite the relaxed mood, my thoughts were still racing. Did these invaders feel hatred and resentment toward us for killing them? Could those feelings be strong enough to linger even after death? Would they come back as vengeful ghosts? Could they even possess one of us? 27 days left. I was woken up by Gaku calling for me at the top of his voice. Oh my god. Emergency. I had a very bad feeling about what that might mean. Someone dead? Who's missing? Kurara is missing. Gaku took me to the classroom on the first floor. Everyone else was there too, just outside the door. No, wait. We're missing someone. Don't tell me. With a lump in my throat, I charged forward into the classroom and saw exactly what I'd been afraid of. Why is it unzoomed this time? Or rather, not zoomed. The mask that Kurara usually hid behind had been removed. Her face was deathly pale. It was clear to everyone. She was gone. The blood on the floor was mostly dry too. So we can't bring her back.
ダメだよ、薬師寺くん。もう死んじゃってる。
Did you hear that?
ダメだよ、
First,
薬師寺くん。
usually Nozomi would be bawling her eyes out. Okay? This delivery on the she's dead feels a bit, I don't want to say malicious, but like she's saying it with a smile.
そんな、なんで大鈴木さんが。
また被害者が出たんだ。呪いだ、呪いなんだよ。
待って、それよりも気になることがあるわ。
気になること。
How'd you get up there? Yuriko beckoned us back out into the corridor. Or the mask. She was killed in this classroom, a place none of us use most of the time. Gaku, you said you were the one who found her. What were you doing here? And so early in the morning? You're not suspecting him, are you? I'd like him to explain his behavior at least. It's not normal to go poking around in random rooms before the day's even officially started. Whoa, you can't pin this on me. I was called here by her ghost. I was asleep, just like normal, and suddenly I started finding it hard to breathe. And then, the next thing I knew, I was here. It must have been Kurara's ghost, guiding me here so she could punish me for letting this happen. You guys are always shooting me down when I bring up ghosts. Never come up with any other explanations. Maybe you got a point. I refuse to accept that way of thinking. Not asking you, Takumi, you believe me, right? No, exorcist. Oh, come on. Don't be fooled, Takumi. There's a logical explanation for all this. Holding silly rituals is only going to waste our time. Oh no. Leave me alone, game! Whose side will you take? Hiruko's or Gaku's? Oh my god. I don't know, I kinda wanna go with Gaku, but like... if it can end relatively soon, then yeah, if not, I'm going with Hiruko. People don't become ghosts when they die. It's kinda hard. That's kinda hard. That is kinda hard, saying the same thing she said. We don't need an exorcism, because there's no way Kurara would come back to haunt us from beyond the grave. There has to be an explanation for all of this. Something that we're missing. Has to be. You're not even fully convinced yourself. What is this explanation, huh? Why did they all die? Who was it that killed them? I don't know yet. But I swear, I'm going to find the truth and explain everything. I think that's enough discussion. It's time for you to back down, Gaku. And Takumi, well done. Sorry to make you worry. Anyway, we can't leave Kurara like this. Let's get her down and put her body to rest. Of course, you can mourn for her properly once this is finally over. We got Kurara down and buried her next to the other fallen comrades. Rage, sorrow, remorse. But one thing I wasn't feeling was doubt. I feel like the miasma that had been weighting down my thoughts for so long had finally been dispelled. I wonder, are we gonna have Himo and Ima strong enough that we understand the ghost? Actually, we didn't really need to in the other endings, because it was Takumi in the end. Let's go over the incidents one more time. Yugamo was killed in the bathroom. He was hanged and had his ankle slit open so he'd bleed out as well. We found Moko in the cafeteria, where she'd been stabbed multiple times. Okay, we need to think about that. Some get hanged while the others get stabbed. Okay? We could say that the ones that get stabbed were killed by the shadowy figure, which technically would be Kako if she was here, but she's not. And the one replacing her in this timeline is Nozomi, alright? Now, what's the difference between someone being hanged and stabbed? Is it like two different culprits? Could like the one that hangs people be the ghost and the one that stabs people be Nozomi? Why did the killer lock it behind them? Were they trying to create a locked system? A locked room mystery? Ooh. But why do that when all of Ima's injuries were very clearly pointed to murder? Why did they want to mess with us? And finally, there's Kurara. She was hanged and bled out as well. Looking at the murders all together, they fall into two pretty clear groups. Yugamo and Kurara were hanged and had their ankles cut. Moko and Ima were stabbed. Why two different MOs? What does MO mean? Modus operandi, right? But why cut their ankles so they can't be brought back? Don't drain their cryptoglobin so they couldn't be revived? That's what I thought at first, but just making sure the bodies wouldn't be fine for a while could do that too. And if this was really about making sure they wouldn't come back, they couldn't. The killer could have just thrown them into undying fire or something. That would get rid of the corpses and make sure the murder... and make the murderer that much harder to trace back to them. Killer's been very careful about covering their tracks, except when it comes to the bodies themselves. Wouldn't it be more advantageous to hide them? And is it significant that those four are the ones who were targeted? Hiruko said that the reason Kako started killing people was because she opened the box. The box. This case really does hinge on that thing. Continued to puzzle over the details of the case long into the evening. The garage. I think it was around here. The box. Oh, hello, Takumi. Ryuko, are you feeling better now? Ready to actually solve this mystery? Yeah, the question of ghosts and curses can wait. Right now, we have to stop whoever it is who's trying to kill us. Well said. If you hadn't shaped up, I might have had to kill you and take over as leader myself. You don't like that. You don't like being the leader. This is interesting. She's so weird sometimes. And also, remember in, where is it? Ending 39. When we go back to, no, when Takumi stays, right? And Nozomi was the killer. Hiruko was there to stop her. Probably because she remembered from another timeline, but which one? The one we were on today? This one? Huh. Well. Very, very interesting. I know I've been kind of useless lately, and I'm sorry. Can't you ease up on me a little? You came to your senses before it was too late, so I suppose it's alright. Just don't mess this up. Anyway, if you came here, I assume you're looking for this.
Oh.
Yeah, thought it might be worth checking it over again. Oh, hold up. And that's what I did. I examined the box from every angle, in as much detail as I could. No new details jumped out at me, though. It was just a box. But the doll had a knife, had a weapon. But then, there was also the doll that had been inside it. Hiruko, you said Kako probably started acting strange because she opened the box at the shrine, right? Yes. So she opened the box, and something inside it made her want to start killing people? Can't say for sure. I don't know very much about it myself. I just know that in other timelines, she only became a murderer after opening it. My only guess is that the box was the cause of her behavior, somehow. If we assume it was, then that means whoever is behind all of this also opened the box, right? I wouldn't be so sure. Ima opened it, and he didn't turn into a serial killer. Well, that's true. And I'm curious about the doll. Do you think the other box had something like this in it too? Who knows? Perhaps Takimaru was on the right track when he said we need to find another one to figure things out. And there's one more thing I don't understand. Why was this box there in the cafeteria when I found Moko's body? Hiruko and I discussed things some more and threw around a couple of theories. We didn't come to anything conclusive though. The nighttime announcement played like usual, and then he appeared. What up? It's been a while. Hello, it's been a while. I think I finally have something to report. Yes! Before I tell you, I'd like to get your thoughts on what's been happening here. Okay, but I haven't really come up with anything definite yet. Proceeded to tell the ghost boy everything I managed to figure out so far. I see. Kako changed because of a strange box, and now you need another one to move things forward. In that case, I think you'll find what I have to say helpful. Really? What did you find out? Well, most importantly, there seems to be a legend regarding the box of blessings in Invader Society. Supposedly, there are 7 of them scattered around the world, and anyone who finds one will find happiness. So what Eva said was true? I don't think so. There's also a corresponding legend about the boxes of calamity. This was mentioned in even older sources. They say there are a total of 6 of these boxes hidden around the world. What does that mean? Both of the legends seem to be legitimate. There's one other important detail. Apparently, boxes of blessings and boxes of calamity look almost the same. Pattern on the boxes are also the same, but their number of symbols is different. So at first glance, one likely won't be able to tell if a box is one of blessings or calamity. Yeah, moon designs. Pretty sure Eva mentioned the box of blessings had a moon design on it. That's right, but the same is true for a box of calamity. However, it seems that the boxes of calamity have a certain order to the number of moons. Fortunately, I don't know anything about that order. Is it in the archive? Nah, it doesn't seem so. I wish we had something similar to, what's it called? What the hell? Oh, this is crazy. I can't see, unfortunately, because my shutters are down. There's a squabble down there. There's an old dude that's been screaming like, stop it, shut up, stop it. It's midnight, alright? They're insulting him. And they're screaming. Alright, seems they stopped squabbling. I don't know what happened, but anyway, the archive is pretty poor compared to like the equivalent in Danganronpa, which I forgot the name. And I wish I could actually see information about the box, for example, just the image. Like to see the number of moons on the closed box, that type of stuff. Question mark. In any case, I think Eva intentionally said nothing about the existence of the boxes of calamity. As I said before, boxes of blessings and boxes of calamity bear a striking similarity. So if anyone were to find a box and not be aware of the boxes of calamity, that person would be certain it was a box of blessings and open it without hesitation. Supposing it was a box of calamity in which a wraith sealed right. So that was Eva's goal. I believe she planned to let you guys open the box of calamity in order to wipe out the special defense unit. And she came up with that plan so quickly. The point is, this wraith is something Eva genuinely thought could do us harm. It's not something abstract like bad luck, but a genuine, tangible threat. The box Kako opened at the shrine, and the one you found in the cafeteria. Even if we count those as two separate ones, there's still 4 boxes of calamity out there somewhere. If we can find one, we might just be able to figure out what happened to Kako. You're right. We thought so too, but this confirms it. Thank you. Was I able to help you out a little? I'm glad. Damn, FB. Damn, thank you for the clutch. After breakfast, I relayed everything the ghost boy had told me the night before to everyone in the cafeteria.
Oh.
Gotcha, that makes things a lot more simple. Just gotta find the box that'll show us the bastard who started this whole mess, right? Whether or not it'll get us that far, it's certainly a solid lead at least. And on top of that, knowing that there are other boxes is pretty big. It means that we should be able to find them if we look for them. So how do we do that? If I knew the box is thin, shut up. Count me out, of course. No one said a word about any curses. So, you think you know what will happen if you open them? True, I don't. Still have to find them. Why don't we all go look for them? What about the school? Yeah, group of 3. I'll go on my own. No. Takemoru. Like I told you before, right now ain't the time to hold up back here. The only choice we got is to split up and search. What, and leave the school empty? I don't know about that. When we find those boxes, we'll keep getting picked off until we're wiped out. Gotta do this together and make sure to find them as fast as possible. You get that? Help me out, yeah, I mean, sure. And I'm bringing home a box. Takemoru, wait. Let him go. He's not the kind to get himself killed. Even so, what's wrong with him? It's not like him to be so reckless. A thug that doesn't like to be reckless. What do you even call that? Maybe he's thinking about Kurara's death. About Kurara? Takemoru went searching for the box before she died, remember? If he had found the box, then a fair bit of the mystery would have been solved. And Kurara may not have died. That thought makes him feel responsible for it. The arrogance, putting that much blame on himself. He's such a gentle soul, he really is. In any case, Hiruko and I will go search for the boxes. Well, I guess that makes 3 of us if we count Takemoru taking off on his own. Okay, we're counting on you. Someone's gonna die. Or actually, everyone's gonna die. That's kinda scary though. Our searches always came up empty. Hiruko and I suddenly made our way back to the school. Day 78. Day 79. Day 80? Day 81? Just day 80. Started searching for the box with renewed vigor, but to no avail. Even after all this time, coming back empty-handed never got any less disappointing. It was like we were cursed. Not literally, of course. Of course, and unbeknownst to me, there was another misfortune waiting to befall us. I would hear about it from Nozomi the next morning.